Be'ez Hashem Yisborach, we begin Perek Shvi, the seventh and final chapter in the Rambam's Hilchos days and the laws of character development, the Sefer Mah, the book of knowledge, which, finishing up the halachas of be'enon l'chaveiroi regarding interpersonal relationships. In this paragraph we discuss the prohibitions related to one's speech. As Rambam gives halacha alf regarding the prohibition of rechilas, of gossip. Hameragel b'chaveiroi. If someone waits to see what someone else is doing and saying, to say over what he's saying to other people, known as gossip, violates a negative prohibition. Shem says in the pasuk, don't go as a peddler amongst your people, which is peddling, hearing what this person says and saying, did you hear what this person said? Although one does not get lashed for this negative prohibition, which is a negative prohibition without an action, it's a great sin. It causes many people amongst the Jewish people to be killed. That's why right next to the prohibition of slander, it says, of gossip, it says, don't stand on the blood of your friend. And go and learn what happened with the infamous story of Doeg Adami, which mentioned Shmuel Aleph, which is a story that because of him, his gossip, the city of Noi was killed, and there were 85 incredible Kahanim that were killed, all because of his gossip. Halacha base. Now, what is in the prohibition of someone who's a gossiper? Someone who carries words of a and goes from this one to the other one. And he says, this is what this one says. Regarding, I heard about this person, what he said about you, that's again what a peddler does. He takes from one place and he sells it somewhere else. And even though it's true, he's destroying the world. Now, there's something included that's even worse, known as Lashon Hara. There's a sin that's even greater than this very much, but it's included in this negative prohibition. And that is Lashon Hara, the evil tongue. And that is It talks about something disgraceful about his friend, even though he's saying the truth. Because if someone says false things about someone else, he's called Maitzi Shemer al Chaver. He's spreading a bad name about his friend. Of a Baal Halashon Hara, the one who speaks the evil tongue, there's someone who sits and he says, this and this person did this thing. You know what his fathers were like? And this is what I heard about him. And he's talking about things that are disgraceful, embarrassing things about someone else. As the pasuk says in Tehillim, Hashem will cut off all the smooth lips. The tongue that speaks great things, meaning about other people. The sages said, 3 sins, a person gets punished from in this world, he does not have a portion of the world to come. And they are the 3 cardinal sins: idolatry, begila rice, and sexual immorality, and murder. The lashon hara connected kulam. And correlating to all of them is the wickedness of the evil tongue. Additionally, the sages said, whoever speaks lashon hara, it's as if he's denying the primary thing, that of God. Shlomo says the pasuk, Asha Amru, that in that pasuk in Tehillim, it says in that parak, Asha Amru, that they said, with our tongues we will be strong. Sifaseinu itanu, our lips are with us. Mi adain lanu, who's the master of us? They also deny God with the lashon hara. Also, the sages said, Shalaisha, 3 individuals, lashon hara hayregis. The lashon hara, when you speak bad about a person, kills. Ha'amr, the one who says it, v'makav, the one who receives it, v'zeh the one that you're talking about. In a very technical way, that's because the one who hears it will kill the one who said it, and the redeemers of the blood of the one who said it will kill the ones who heard it, and both of them will kill the one who said it over. And the one who receives it is worse than the one who said it, because of him is what allows the one who said it to have that be there. There are certain things that are what called the dust of lashon hara, which is not straight up the negative things about a person, but it's as a mizuk teshmekt. It has somewhat of a semblance of it. Kitzur, how so? Who's going to tell them? Who would say about that guy, that he would be like he is right now? In other words, wow, who could have imagined he would become this person? Which, it's not clear what he's saying. Is he maybe praising the guy? Or is like saying in a derogatory way? It could be said either way. Or he's saying, don't talk about that guy. I don't want to talk about what was, what happened. Things like that. No one knows what he means to say. But it could have a negative connotation. That's called avak lashon hara, and that is something that is prohibited. Now, whoever talks about something nice about his friend, but in front of his enemies, that's also considered the dust of Lashon Hara. That causes them to talk about the disgrace. So this is all part of Lashon Hara. You're not saying that straight up something bad, but you know it's going to cause that. Regarding this, Shlomo Melech said a pasuk in Mishneh. Someone gets up early in the morning and he starts blessing his friend with a large voice. To him, it's considered like a curse because you're praising him so much. People say, well, take it easy. You know, he's ... and it brings to his bad. And even if someone says negative things about a person through a joke, some type of lightheadedness, in other words, he's not talking about hatred. This is what Shlomo says in his wisdom in Mishneh, like someone who's, acting crazy. That he's shooting arrows, pointy and dangerous arrows of death. And he says, I'm just playing around. You're playing around, making a joke about something negative. This is life and death. Someone speaks Lashon Hara in a deceitful way. And that is he says innocently, as if he doesn't know. He says, I didn't realize what I said something bad. Rather, when they protest about him, he says, I didn't know this was Lashon Hara. That this is what this guy did. I was just saying over a story. I didn't realize it was him. This is a guy who is deceitful. This is all included in Lashon Hara. Halacha hey. Now, whether someone's saying over the negative report in front of a friend, in front of the guy, or not in front of him. Now, they're both problematic. Or even someone says over things that cause. If it's going to be heard like telephone from person to person, that'll cause a damage to his friend, whether in his body or in his financials, or even if it's going to bother him, or to scare him. That's considered evil tongue, that this is something that's negative to a person, no matter what way, intellectually, financially, emotionally. Now, but if this was said over in front of three people, which is someone said over about himself, something that was not embarrassing, but it could cause damage, but he said over in front of three people. So that's like, if you're saying to one person, I'll say it over, but he's saying in front of three people, it's already like a crowd. It's like as if it's already heard and it's well known. And therefore, one of those three people who heard it said it over another time, that's not considered something of Lashon Hara, because by saying over three people, he's revealed his intention that he's not particular about that it shouldn't be said over. But that's only if only the one who's saying it over is just happened to be saying over what the guy said that he was saying in front of a crowd, but not that his intention should be saying it, that it should get out there and to reveal that it should be something negative and hurtful to that person. Now, kol Elohim bali lashon hara. Now, all these individuals that we spoke about, that are people that speak about Lashon Hara, that you're not allowed to live in their neighborhoods. The most to sit with them, to hear their words, for sure that's problematic. And the decree was not sealed against our fathers in the desert that they should all die out, not merit to go into Eretz Yisrael, only because of the evil tongue regarding the slanderous report that the Meraglim, the spies, had said about Eretz Yisrael. Halacha Zayin, regarding another halacha of revenge and of holding a grudge. If someone takes revenge from his friend, violate negative prohibition, like says don't take revenge. Although he doesn't get lashes for this, because again it's a passive violation, it's a very negative character trait, very much so. Ella rather, it's appropriate for a person to forgo his attributes. I'll call divrei olam regarding whatever happens in the world, because shakol everything to those who understand. Divrei hevel vavai are things of vanity and futility. Veinim kedai linkam aleim, and these are not things that they're appropriate to take revenge for. Now, Kate said in the Kima, what's considered the prohibition of taking revenge? So Amalei Chaber, if his friend tells him, look, lend me your hatchet, your axe. Amalei says, no, I'm not lending it to you. The next day, he needs something from him, and he comes to ask from him. His friend tells him, lend me your axe. Amalei says, I'm not lending you. Just like you didn't lend me when I asked from you. That's someone who's taking revenge. Rather, when he's coming to ask, you should give him with a complete heart. You should not treat him the way he treated him. Anything that's similar like this has the same halacha. This is what David said with his good character traits. The pasuk in Tehillim, Im Gemalti Shemei Ra, says to Hashem, did I go and treat those who did bad to me the same in return? I actually saved those who paid me for nothing. That is a person that doesn't do nekama. So to anyone who holds a grudge to anyone of the Jewish people, it's a negative prohibition. Like it says in the pasuk, that you should not hold on to a grudge against the people of your nation. What's this violation of holding a grudge? So Reuben says to Shimon, could you rent me this house? Could you lend me this ox? Shimon doesn't want to. Now, that other guy comes back to him, and Shimon comes to Reuben, to borrow from him, or to rent from him. Reuben says, yeah, hey, you could lease this, you could borrow it. I'll lend it to you. I'm not like you. I'm not going to pay you back the way you did to me. Someone does like this, he violates holding a negative prohibition of a grudge. Rather, he should erase the incident from his heart, and he shouldn't hold on to it. Because as long as he holds on to this, he protects this, and he remembers it, it might bring him to take revenge. Therefore, the Torah is particular about holding a grudge, until that he erases the sin from his heart, and does not remember it at all. This is the appropriate character trait, that the world can be maintained, the settlement of the land, and that there could be appropriate business dealings and interpersonal relationships one with the other is only possible if we're able to let go from the grudges that were done to us and move on and treat the person as if it didn't happen. Tam v'nishlam, the halachas of days.